Hello and welcome. I know that this is one day earlier than I normally feed them or post the video of the Hungry Bin and the Urban Worm Bag, but I'm going out of town, so I needed to feed these guys one day earlier. But one day earlier is not so bad. Oh my goodness, you guys just love climbing. I already got these guys down once. Once is not enough. Okay, so let me get my lighting here. Should have done that ahead of time, but hope this is a little bit better. And I put more dry bedding on top. That's to absorb the moisture that this bin creates. But there is no heat. The food feels, well, the bedding, I don't know much about the food. The bedding certainly feels comfortable. We're going to lift up corners to see how they're progressing with the last week's feeding and the bedding. Making sure nothing smells and there isn't too much food left over. So far, so good. Yeah, these guys are up here on top, right beneath the dry bedding that I put in. So they are exactly what they are supposed to be. Yeah, nice density of worms. So all in all, good. So this will be now the bottom, this dry bedding. And we will add some food. This time they're getting a lot of veggies. Veggies are good for them. Can't always have sweets. A well-balanced diet. And the eggshells. And now a little bit more of the moist bedding. This really gets them to the top. Really gets them to the top. I think it also helps keep the food really moist, and they like that. They will not go into dry areas. So if we want the food to break down, I find that by putting this moist bedding over it, they get into it that much quicker. Okay. So this one is done, and we can go over to the Sorry for abruptly cutting out there, but anyway, we're back with the worm bag, and we're going to do a feeding with these guys as well. It was a large feeding, if you recall, and so there is some condensation, but regardless, they're not really interested in climbing. They're happy being up here where the food is, composting away. Yeah, plenty of life of all kinds. And the material feels really great. I'm thinking that it's time, if I poke around in here, yep, looks like it might be time for a light harvesting. Very good job, guys. So these guys are making quick work of the food. Like I said, it's one day earlier than I normally like to feed, but they'll be okay, I'm thinking. Because this time I'm not giving them 3 pounds of food, I'm giving them about 2 pounds of food, so they should be okay. Now I'm going to put in some dry bedding, because I don't add dry bedding to this particular system like I do to the Hungry Bin. It doesn't get as wet, so I save that for the feedings. And same thing here, they're going to get some veggies. And some banana skins, but mostly lettuce. And the eggshells. And of course, some moist bedding on top. Mix that all in there. And I think they'll be up here in no time at all. And right now I want to go over to the, made a mess here, to the other urban worm bag where we placed our African night crawlers, 48 hours ago. Let's see how they're doing. Okay, so here we are with the urban worm bag 2.0, and let's see how these guys are doing. We moved them in here less than 48 hours ago. And there is some condensation, and that is normal. This bag got a nice large feeding. And here they are. Yes, you're feisty, I know you are. So they make quick work of moving up here. And that's a little snake. I like to call them my little snakes because they're so large and long. You see? Here they go. Yeah, they didn't lose any time moving up here. Yeah, I'm thinking they're going to be perfectly happy here because the bag keeps a really nice moisture level, and them being tropical worms, that's what they like. Okay, so we'll leave them alone. Just wanted to show you that they make quick work of moving up to the top. Well, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.